evening in the Philippines. Today is Tuesday, January 14th, and I am starting off late. It's around 10:40 p.m. here in the Philippines, and or should I say 11:40 p.m. in the Philippines. I'm doing this recorded webinar after my live webinar with my DTA students. So before I start, here is the usual disclaimer. So any comment, statement, or any verbiage stated in this recorded webinar should not be taken as an order to enter trades. It should never also be considered as trading advice. This recorded webinar is strictly for educational purposes only to illustrate how we trade DTA's Congressive System. Any past performance of DTA's Congressive System is not indicative of future results. Once again, this recorded webinar is strictly for educational purposes only, and I must also emphasize that I am not a professional or licensed trading advisor. I am merely a retail trader like everyone else. So with that said, we're looking at this right now. Market open, it's kind of ranging, choppy kind of a bit. But before we go on, let's look at the naked chart here. If I can find one. Where's my naked chart? Right here. Let me bring that over, clean it up here. Just cleaning up this chart because I used it. Okay, here we are. There we are. So what we had here, we had a strong down movement, then we had an up correction going to the upside. So now we are basically, it looks like ranging between the +1 and -1 deviation levels. Here's the VWAP right here in the middle. So we're looking to maybe get up to here, right? Maybe up to here, right there, for that deviation, 1 deviation level, and kind of go back up and down here. It looks like that's where it's ranging right now. So we'll see what happens. But before I go on, I took some earlier. I had some overnight trades that I took because I was already expecting this the webinar that I'm supposed to have with my DTA students. So this is what it looks like. I'm up approximately $33. Let me bring it up here. Can't see quite there. So I had 2 trades, I think, right? As you can see here, right there. Yeah, 2 trades. I closed this one out because what happened was the news release was coming out, and I just realized there was a news release, so I just closed it out with a small profit. But anyways, it's basically 1 trade, 2 trades. I'm up 33. My goal is at least 45, so we'll see if we can get another trade here going. Okay. So with that said, I'll give this maybe an hour at the most. With that said, I will put this. with that, I'd probably be done for the day. Let me see here. Yep, 66.37. I'll take that. See if this sets up another one here. Here are my earlier trades before. That was like over here. Big strong down to the downside. I took a basically momentum trade here. Got nice points there, and then took another one here. And this is where a news release was coming through. I just looked at and that was at that time. That was more of a pre-market trade. In fact, I would have got my 5 points there, or 5 ticks, I should say, but I just made maybe 1 tick, and I knew there was news going to be released, so there was your release right there. I would have got my 5 ticks right there, but I didn't want to risk it because again, it went back, it moved against me right there. So I just want to be safe with that 1 tick. So that was basically my 2 trades. That was it. So now I just did a trade here. So now I'm looking at this. Good setup right here. Would have been a good. So we'll see. Good evening. I was recording and then this laptop crashed. Fortunately, I was able to close this trade out. Here, I'll show you what's going on here. Let me first, though, it was recording in fact, I started off late, which is around 11:30. There's my first trade, basically. And right here, when I entered this one, my computer just crashed. And I thought I had the recording. Obviously, I don't have the recording. So what I'm just going to show you is what I traded right now. Let me get my trade performance here. Hold on. So I'm looking at this just to explain everything here. Okay, so here it is. And when your computer goes down, when it basically goes down, here. And you're in the middle of a trade, what happens is, I just want to inform you guys, if that should happen to you guys, in the middle of a trade, your stops are gone. So when you sign back in, you only have your open trade, but you have to monitor. Like I said, I was down here when I opened right here, right? It was going down, and when I opened it, it was already down here. And I was thinking, should I close this out? But I was looking at, like I said, price action, and I knew it would start going back up. I was able to manually close it here, which is approximately what? I think it's 1.25, right? Or 1.5. Yeah, there it is. So basically six ticks, which is actually pretty good. Same thing here. My first trade was right here. I started off late because I had my webinar with my DTA students. So I had one there, and like I said, I'm trading 3 contracts. I had another one there. So basically that's, and I had some overnight trades here. I had another overnight trade here. Get this out of here, which basically, as you can see here, that was 1.5 for maybe two contracts worth there, and my runner was down here. It's for 4, and I'll show you what that is on my right here. So 1, there's my 2 at 1.5, and I had a runner here for it. So that was 32, profit of 32, net profit of 32.54. That was my first trade right here, right? So this is trade 1. Trade 1. So that's approximately 3. That's around 7 points. This one, the second trade, what happened here was there was a news release. I was looking at it and I said, "Oh, I'm in the middle of a news release," so I got out of a trade with a maybe 1 tick profit, right? Yeah, 1 tick profit. It did reach my 5 ticks, but I didn't want to risk it because you can see it reversed and went against me. But I still got 1 tick profit there. So I'm explaining my trades here, since just in case I can't get the recording. So right there, my next trade, which is right here, I closed at 1 tick, net profit of $1.29. And then when I got, so this is trade 2. Right there is trade 2. Okay. And this is where I started late because, again, like I said, I had a webinar with my DTA students. So this is trade 3. Trade number 3 right there. Okay. So that's around 4. That's another 7 ticks. I'll show you where that is on right here. This is right here. So that now gave me from 33, right, to 66. 66.37 net. I'm already surpassed my daily. And then here is trade 4. Right there. And I had to close that manually since my basically crashed. Fortunately, it went my way. I got 6 ticks out of that. So times 3 is 4.5 points. It shows right there of $20. Manual close. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 trades. Total of $86.41 net of commissions. So that's what I am at, and I am going to end it for today. So basically what I'm looking at here, when I started it, is here. Starting it, I had a net profit of 33.83. So let's take what I made in the opening, should I say in the morning session, approximately from 33. I started at 10:49, as you can see here, right, until 11:23. So we're talking about a little less than a little over 30 minutes, less than 1 hour. So from 86.41, this is all net, minus 33.83. So the more, oh man, not that much. So let's do this again, clear. 86.41 less 33.83, and that's what I made. Surpassed my goal, 52 net. My goal is 45 at least. So during that 2 trades, I met my daily profit goal. But for the daily, I made 86. I had 2 previous trades. One was an overnight session, one was a pre-market. Okay, so with that said, I am going to end it for today, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I should be able to do it tomorrow since I don't have a webinar tomorrow. Okay. Again, I'm fortunate. I am blessed. I was prayed before I trade. I was guided to get, not, especially in this last trade, I thought I was going to get a loss. I was fortunate to get at least 6 ticks. God bless. So with that said, I'm ending it for today. God bless, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.